The moment you entertain that thought, hindi na ako nate-tempt, wala na akong struggle or wala na akong temptation, that's actually the start of your downfall. I struggled with violence and temper. Pero ang pinaka naging major namin, of course, yung womanizing. That's why whether with substance or sa opposite sex, ang pinaka reminder ko sa sarili ko, as always, and naging very helpful sa akin for many decades now, never put yourself in a situation wherein you have no choice but to fall.
You don't give room for the enemy to come in. You don't leave cracks. Kasi
That's nice.
pwede yun na parang, hindi ko naman sinasagot eh. Kumbaga yung falling into temptation, the ball is in your court, Pastor.
Lahat tayo nakaka-experience ng mga temptation. It's just like the law of gravity. Sinasabi nga, di ba, lahat tayo, we all experience the law of gravity. Ganon din ang temptation.
Use that as an opportunity na you become more visible. You become more loving. You become
Yeah.
more encouraging. Para in the event, merong temptation. Okay? Kasi gano'n naman ang enemy eh. Aaraw-arawin ka talaga niyan in different ways and manners.
No perfect marriages,
No filtered conversations,
just real life,
real faith,
and learning how to stay afloat.
Welcome back to Staying Afloat with VJ and Camille. And once again, of course, we are graced with the presence of our spiritual parents. And this time, I want to introduce them so that people will know what makes them busy and the things that they do for the Lord. So, Pastor Danny is a pastor of Christ Commission Fellowship for 21 years. He started as a youth pastor, then pastor of CCF Taytay, and became the regional pastor of CCF Metro East. He also started the Biyahe Jail Ministry, the Gabay Salandas Foundation, which is a shelter for street children, abandoned and abused children, the Ride for Christ Ministry for motorcycle enthusiasts, and Tulong Tayo Ministry, which is the disaster and relief arm of CCF. So, konting-konti lang yung ginagawa
hindi
nila.
masyado busy.
Hindi masyado.
Sakto
Maraming
lang.
free time talaga. He and his wife, Ate Dawn, have been married for 35 years.
Wow.
They are blessed with 3 kids. JV married to Honey, Renzo, who will soon be getting married with Janelle, and Eliana, their only girl. But the greatest blessing is having their 2.7-year-old granddaughter, Arya. They are marriage and family counselors, and above all, they are passionate and compassionate servants of God.
Wow.
Ayan.
Welcome, Pastor Dan.
Welcome
Ate
back.
Dawn. Welcome back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Parang napakasarap pagka nandito tayo kasi masarap daw ang lunch mamaya.
Yeah.
Thank
Looking
you for having
forward.
us again.
Thank you for saying yes to us, Ate Dawn.
Yes. Okay.
Ano ba ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, love? What's gonna be our topic for this afternoon?
Alam mo, looking back, no, yung previous episode natin before this was very heavy but at the same time very insightful. So we talked about healing after forgiveness.
Mhm.
So now, na-forgive mo na, you are in the process of healing from that. So what's the next step? Siyempre, you don't want that to happen again. You
Tama.
want to protect your marriage. You want to affair-proof your marriage. And I believe in one of our previous topics, love, we talked about setting boundaries.
Tama.
But now in this episode, we want to know and learn. Yung setting boundaries kasi, yun yung parang para hindi ka mag-fall into temptation. Ito, may nangyari na. Nagkaroon na ng issues, nagkaroon na ng challenges, nag-forgive. So how do we rebuild our marriage without falling into the same problem over again?
Okay.
Ayan.
So ano yung title lang?
Affair-proof after the affair.
Nice.
I like
Rebuilding trust and protecting your marriage.
Mhm.
Yan.
Mm-hmm.
So, unang question, ate, and Pastor Dan, ang trust ba, can it really be rebuilt? Posible ba talaga?
Well, of course, that's what I experienced, especially after the affair, when God restored our marriage. That is something that she decided to do kahit hindi pa ako katiwa-tiwala.
Mm. In this episode, we're gonna be talking about the practical safeguards that couples should put in place after the affair. So, ito gusto na nating ayusin. Gusto na nating clean slate, magsisimula tayo ulit. So, these are the things that we are to do para hindi na ulit maulit yung problema. So, my first question to both of you, Pastor and Ate, after everything that you've walked through, finding forgiveness, healing, restoring your marriage, when did you realize that healing wasn't the finish line? Umpisa pa lang yung healing to intentionally protect your marriage moving forward. So, this is more of like identifying the weak spots in your marriage.
Yeah, ang ganda niyan kasi it brings me back to, okay, what happened to me after our marriage was restored? I enjoyed the beauty of, pwede palang ma-enjoy yung marriage.
Mhm.
Pero dumaan muna ako sa sobrang hirap, lahat matinding storms in life. But after restoration, I discovered that's really not the end of it. It was actually a start of a new battle to face. Kasi nung magkasama na kami, in-enjoy ko yung, ay, ang bait na ng asawa ko. Malambing na siya.
Mm.
Tapos, sobra-sobra na yung time niya. But I think the first time I discovered I had to like do something different was nung meron na siyang mga needs na kailangan kong to fulfill now that we're back together. Kasi dati hiwalay kami. So parang yung role ko was how to win my husband to the
Mhm.
Lord.
Mhm.
So nandyan yung pinupursue mo siya. Pero yung magkasama na
Nandyan
kayo,
na.
ibang usapan na to. So, nung magkasama na kami, dito ko na-discover na, okay, mabait na siya, pero there was one time na nag-snap siya.
Mm.
Nagalit siya sa akin. Tapos, ano may nangyari?
Sinipa ko yung
Sinipa
electric
niya
fan.
yung electric fan.
Wala na naman ako.
Oo.
Okay.
So, doon ko na-discover na he can be like now very faithful, very in love with the Lord. Pero, merong triggers na may temper, my finances. Tapos, doon ko na-discover na after a period of time, yung mga excess,
Naglalabasan.
Ngayon
nabubuhay.
Naglalabasan ng mga
Oo.
pataya.
Nabubuhay sila. So, kaya ako naisip na, okay. So, hindi ako pwede maging complacent.
Tama. Oh, ang ganda.
Kasi nung in-enjoy ko na yung time namin together, may mga nagsasurface na ng mga weaknesses niya, weaknesses ko. But then, as I deal with those, bumabalik na naman yung, okay, yung dating mga issues ko from the past. Sila na ngayon yung mag-friend request, and then
Magme-message.
magme-message sa kanya. So, na-realize ko, okay, do I become parang praning about it?
Mm.
Do I now check on his cell phone? Do I now check on his friend request? And that even became even more challenging remember when we were featured in 700 Club?
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Supposed to be yan to encourage couples.
Tama.
Pero did you know he had a lot of indecent proposals?
After?
Oo,
Wow.
grabe talaga.
Yung
Like what?
attacks din, ano?
Ikwento mo
Like
yung
what?
mga...
Pastor,
Well,
paano po?
Sasabihin nila na they like me o kaya magsisend ng pictures na hindi lang nga inappropriate eh. Halos wala nang suot eh. And that's why I think naging part, hindi dahil sinabi niya sa akin, starting that incident, lahat ng messages ko, kinakailangan, pagka sumagot ako, kinakailangan ka-group ko na siya.
Mm.
So, tapos pagka ganon ang content ng message, binablock ko na. But I tell her. So, yun ang importante. No?
That's why I realized na I cannot be complacent. Kasi even if, let's say, he changed, I changed during the time we were separated.
Right.
God restored. Pero kung after nung restoration, babalik ako sa dati, mambababae lang siya ulit. Pwedeng mag-give in siya dun sa mga temptations na yun.
And I think more than that, ate, it's more of like enduring that phase. Kasi it's one thing to like forgive. And some people think, uy, nagkaayos na tayo, napatawad na natin yung isa't isa, uy, fairy tale life na. But no. Kasi doon, I think, for most marriages, that's when it really starts to fail. When they think, oh, I've forgiven. When healing starts, kailangan perfecto. Kailangan hindi ka madadapa. Kailangan wala kang gagawin na kahit na ano that will make me feel na mangyayari to ulit. And one mistake, wala na talaga tong pag-asa, hiwalay na tayo.
Mhm.
Parang ganun yung thinking. But what I'm getting from the both of you, Pastor and Ate, is that umpisa pa lang to ng mahaba pang proseso,
Mm-mm.
ng hindi pag-give up, ng patuloy na pakikipaglaban,
Tama.
kasi maraming magsusurface, even after you forgive, maybe marami ka pang ma-discover
Right.
na hindi mo alam dati, and you
Mm-mm.
have to also prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, nako,
Yeah, that's why
dami.
yun nga, yung being vigilant.
Mhm.
Hindi ka, sinasabi niya kanina, yung hindi ka pwede maging complacent. And that's why in 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8, sinasabi niya, you be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil,
Mm.
as a roaring lion, he walks, di ba, seeking for someone to devour. So when you talk about the devil, yung seeking someone to devour, ibig sabihin, he is no respecter of age, even of position. Whether bata ka, ano man ang estado mo sa buhay, talagang lalapain ka niya.
Mm.
Talagang no mercy at all. And that's why, hindi tayo pwede let's say, rin ba, kagaya sa sasakyan, nagka-problema ka because of bad habits, bad driving habits.
Mm.
Nasira yung makina mo, nag-general overhaul ka. Pero, if you will ride and drive the car the same way, na masama pa rin ang pagmamaneho mo, masama pa rin, hindi ka nagme-maintain, wala kang PMS,
Mm-mm,
eventually, yung
mm-mm.
naging problema mo before, babalik lang ulit sa problema mo pag
Yes.
hindi ka naging maingat.
Ganda. Ganda. So yung mga ginawa ni Pastor Danny kapag may mga indecent proposals, may nagme-message ng ganito ganyan, talagang Pastor Danny was very honest to Ate Dawn. At ang ganda nung sinabi, kapag meron siyang kausap na iba, sinasama niya sa group.
Yeah.
Para at least dalawa sila ni Ate Dawn, para at least guarded.
And plus na, hindi ibig sabihin na naghiwalay na kami nung ex. Tapos na yon.
Tama.
Yes.
Kasi remember, meron tinatawag na soul ties. Kapag ka
Mm.
nag-engage ka sexually sa isang
Yeah.
babae na hindi mo asawa, yung soul ties na yon, yun ang gagamitin ng kaaway to bring you back together. And
Parang for some reason, di ba, may longing. Or
Oo,
parang
merong
maiisip
longing. So
mo,
parang kagaya when I shared about
i-desire mo.
yung default mode.
Mm.
Pag nag-away kayo, may mga ilalagay si Satan sa isip mo na babae na pwede mong balikan. And true enough, yung mga excess at saka excess ko na relationship before, nagme-message sila sa akin, kamusta ka na? So, sasabihin ko sa kanya, nag-message yung best friend mo.
Mm.
Meron akong isa naka-live-in for many years. After 7 years, in fact, pastor na ako. Tumawag pa sa akin. Sabi niya, willing akong iwanan yung pamilya ko. Magbalikan lang
Grabe,
tayo.
ganun siya ka-pogi. Why
Pogi
not?
talaga. Yung
Oo,
pogi
pogi
problems to
problems.
Hindi na siya pogi
So,
problems.
Ha?
Talagang that's actually the desire of the enemy is to destroy you and more so destroy your family.
And ang practical ng shinare mo, Pastor, because the moment that you decide to fix your marriage and to heal it and to walk God's way, all the more that the enemy will come at you.
That's right.
Precisely.
That's right.
And sometimes we don't realize that. Like in our common simple mind, hindi natin nare-realize, attack to Kasi sinusubukan nating ayusin, sinusubukan nating magbago. Hence, the enemy will like, no, I know you're weak. I know your vulnerabilities. I know your weak spots. And I will continue on targeting that until you fall into sin again. And
Mhm.
all the more na mas dapat kayong mag-forgive, magpatawad, mag-intindi ng isa't isa. Kasi nandun talaga yung crucial part, in short, for me, I think, is after forgiveness.
Basically.
Right. Exactly. That's why what were some of the things that I had to remind myself to do? Actually, I had to do double time. So, yung lessons dapat na tinuro sa akin
Mhm.
when we were separated, dapat mas lalo kong panghawakan yon. At
Double
yung
time, triple time.
gagalingan mo pa talaga.
Yeah.
You have to do excellently for the Lord. Kasi parang kung nung magkahiwalay kami, I was a poor partner in terms of intimacy. Natutunan ko yun during our separation. Dapat nung na-restore na kami, hindi pwedeng, okay naman na kami. So,
Tamad na ulit.
hindi, pwede na akong mag-no or pagka ginanahan lang ako, hindi pwede. You know, I had to really fulfill every need. So, that's one. Actually, that's one lesson I
Mhm,
had to,
mhm.
a fair proof. Kasi, nung hindi ko yun binibigay, yun yung isang reason kaya in-enjoy niya yun sa iba. Kasi nga, hindi nga ako okay.
Mhm.
Conservative ako. Super conservative. So, parang, that's not my personality, you know? So, it's fine by me. If I don't like, then bahala ka.
ako
Kaya
laking
lang,
kalsada ako.
yeah.
Adventurous ako.
Oo.
Alam po namin.
Diba?
Alam po namin,
So,
Pastor.
so what I'm getting at it is first, you identify the weak spots. If your husband's weak spot is, for
Yes.
example, kay Pastor, it's sexual.
Intimacy.
Intimacy. You give that need. You fulfill that need.
Double time
Pero
ka.
more than the intimacy, I think we also need to understand ang intimacy or sex, it's for the connection.
Mm.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Pero meron ding hindi nare-realize ng mga mag-asawa na napaka-importante, which is identifying or discovering the love language of your spouse. Napaka-importante na.
Right.
Just to give you an idea. Karamihan nung naging ka-affair ko, parang ramdam na ramdam kong mahal nila ako dahil inaasikaso nila ako. Only to find out na ang love language ko pala is acts of service. Kasi ang mami ko, sobrang maasikaso sa amin. Naka-ready na yung kakainin namin, yung isusuot namin. Pag uwi ko, aasikasuhin ka pa niya. So, hindi ko naman na-realize na hahanapin ko pala yun sa magiging asawa ko. Eh si Don, lumaking parang prinsesa. Meron silang yaya. Hindi siya marunong magluto. Hindi siya marunong mag-asikaso. Hindi siya marunong maglaba. So, ang nangyari ngayon, yung mga naging ka-affair ko, nakaliving ko, magkakasama kami. Kaya nga masakit sa kanya kasi kilala namin eh. Kumari namin, kaibigan namin. So, pag darating kami, aasikasuhin ako. Anong gusto mo? Anong gusto mo kainin? Tapos, aasikasuhin ka talagang todo asikaso. Ako naman niisip ko, buti pa ito maasikaso, yung asawa ko hindi. So, ang nangyari ngayon, dahil madalas kami nagkikita, slowly, nagpo-fall pala ako
Nahulog
sa
na siya.
ganon. Diba? Eh plus, hindi siya marunong magluto. Tapos, masarap silang magluto. So, drawn ako doon sa ganong klaseng pag-aasikaso. So, it's a good thing kasi nung na-restore kami, talagang hindi na natutong magluto talaga si Don. Pero somehow, na-compensate naman
Meron
yun
kaming-
Okay.
sa ibang bagay. Like, maasikaso siya. Lahat ng
Yeah.
gagamitin ko, naasikaso na yan.
Empake.
Impake,
Yeah.
lahat yun. Binless naman kami ng isang manang na magaling magluto.
Ayun.
So, yung yaya namin. So, asikasong-asikaso niya ako. Pero hindi ako na-in-love kay Manang.
Just to be clear. Just to be clear, Pastor.
Sigurado, Pastor, ha? Sigurado po, ha? Hindi, what I'm getting, napaka-importante nung sinabi ni Pastor Dan na kailangan mong ma-identify kung ano yung love language ng spouse mo. Kasi baka hanapin niya yun sa iba. So, ikaw naman ngayon, mag-double time ka at ibigay mo yun sa kanya kasi protection mo yun eh.
Yeah.
Na kailangan mo
Bakit may
ibigay.
stress ball ka? May pinagdadaanan ka ba na...
Natuwa lang ako. Natuwa lang ako.
Kasi baka may pinagdadaanan ka. Tapos,
Natuwa lang ako dun sa kay Nolan yan eh.
Yeah, pero, di ba, yung love languages is communication, acts of service, time,
Time, touch.
touch, and gifts.
Tama, tama.
so you need to talk about that.
You
Pastor.
talked about
So kayo po, Pastor Dan, is right now, your love language is acts of service.
acts of service.
Kayo po,
Words
ano?
of affirmation.
What's your next?
Touch.
Touch.
Ikaw, ate.
Dati words of affirmation pa siya. Ako, time and touch.
Ang nangyayari kasi,
Nag-evolve din siya.
because binibigay ko yung love language niya, tapos binibigay niya yung love language ko, somehow, nag-iiba na rin siya. Kasi nga dahil nasa giving mode ka na eh.
Mhm.
So dahil touch ang gusto niya, yun na rin na eventually naging love language ko. Na-enjoy ko na yung touch.
Galing, very important love. Ikaw ngayon, what is your love language?
Me?
1 and 2 lang.
Words of affirmation.
Okay, I love you.
Affirmation nga eh. Ibig sabihin, notice the good things. Joke.
Number 2.
Number 2,
Sabi ni BJ, huwag sana gift.
quality time.
sanang gift, huwag sanang gift.
Hindi talaga. Quality time ka lang.
O kahit gifts, Pastor, hindi na yun ibibigay.
Grabe ka naman.
Joke lang. Ikaw, what's your love language?
Time. Number 1 is time. Number 2 is... Sige na nga, touch,
Touch
na.
na nga.
Sige
Ako,
na.
umamin
Wala,
din.
alam ko na.
Pastor,
Walang iba eh.
umamin din.
Alam ko na, touch. Ikaw naman.
Hindi talaga.
Hindi yan umaamin, ate.
Kumbay.
Deny na deny talaga yan. Super. O, sige.
Ano pang tanong mo kay La Pastor?
Now, let's go to practical tips. What are the non-negotiables? Like, friendships with the opposite sex. Yan.
Maganda yan.
Well, for me, ang isa sa non-negotiable, I do not travel alone.
Never travel alone.
Kasi alam ko ang weakness ko. Okay? So, if possible, and by the grace of God, for the past 26 years, hindi talaga ako halos bumabiyahe mag-isa.
Mm.
Okay. Tapos pangalawa, yung no private conversation with an opposite sex. So yun yung non-negotiable for me.
Okay. Ikaw, ate.
I think we agree talaga na we have to really travel together. But a lot of it entails the openness. What I appreciate about us is yung he doesn't keep secrets. So, alam mo yung ginagawa niya na imagine ilan yung mga naging ka-relationships niya and then they would message. Pwedeng itago kasi yun eh.
Tama po.
Pwedeng i-delete. Tapos pwedeng gumawa ka ng separate account. Tapos
Na ginagawa ng marami.
yung mga
Mm.
cellphone, pwedeng lagyan ng password. Pero siya, wala siyang ganon. So, he tells me the details. He tells me immediately.
Immediately, ha?
Immediately.
Walang patumpik-tumpik.
Hindi
Without
yung,
her asking.
yeah,
Oo.
without me asking. Hindi niya yun sinasabi sa akin
Right
days
away.
after kasi
Ah.
na-convict. Hindi, immediately. Kaya sobra ko talaga siyang na-appreciate. And I know a lot of husbands do not do that. And kaya ako, sobra talaga yung trust ko sa kanya. And maganda din na parang, when we sleep sabay.
Together.
Hindi pwedeng tulog na ako kasi pwedeng patulugin niya ako tapos siya
Lalabas, aalis.
sa cellphone pa. May
Ah.
mga ganun eh.
Yes.
'Di ba? Kaya nagiging into
Gising
pornography.
pa.
Oo, pwedeng nagme-message pa. Kami talagang we sleep together
Together.
at the same time.
There was one time, nasa kama na kami. So may
Mm.
nag-message sa akin. Nakala ko naman parang lolokohin lang ako. So may nag-message sa akin doon, "Hi Pasudan, kamusta ka na po?" So syempre, usual thing that you will do, check mo kung sino yon. Marami na nag-i-scam eh. So nung chinek ko yung profile, legit profile siya, legit
Okay.
account.
Okay.
Tapos yung, as in bata, I think 16 years old yung bata.
Mm.
Maganda.
Mm.
Okay?
Mhm.
Talagang maganda. Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya, "So, anong need mo?" Sabi niya, "Pasensya ka na po, pero gusto ko lang sabihin sa'yo na, yun nga, crush na crush kita." Tapos, sabi ko, "It's not right that you are messaging an opposite sex, especially a man, married man. Tapos sasabihin mo na crush na crush." Sabi ko, "Hindi tama yun." Sabi niya, "Pero gusto ko rin sabihin sa'yo na gusto ko magkaroon tayo ng relationship." So, outright, pinakita ko sa kanya yun. Pinakita ko yung
Sa mga
profile
anak
picture, pinakita ko yung message sa kanya. Sinabi ko yung message na yun sa mga anak namin.
Mm.
Because I want to be accountable. Kasi any temptation that you will bring to light, it weakens the power of the enemy.
Yes.
So, ang struggle mo nun, syempre, do I keep it to myself or sabihin ko sa asawa ko? Kasi pag sinikret ko yun, tinago ko, pag magkaproblema kami, meron akong babalikan. So, yun ang delikado.
Put it out to light para mawala yung power na yun. Ano?
Yeah, and then outright, binlock ko na yung profile na yun.
So, transparency talaga.
Yeah.
Kasi for some couples, parang they want to still have their privacy. Once you're married, kailangan siguro yung understanding na kailangan mawawala talaga yung, I don't know what they call that, like the privilege. Kasi parang sinasabi ng iba na parang, this is still my own life. Buhay ko pa rin to. Oo, I married you, pero this is still my life and I still make decisions for myself. And there's danger in that. Kasi kapag sarili mo lang talaga yung inisip mo, you can fall into a lot of temptations without realizing it. Kasi kagaya niyan, Pastor, dati ang cheating, ibang level, like physical. But now, it's digital.
Right.
So, yung transparency pagdating sa social media accounts has to really be very, very clear kasi it is really an opportunity for temptation. And I remember this kasi naalala ko lang. Si VJ a couple of days ago, parang meron siyang sinabi sa akin out of the blue. Parang feeling ko na weirdohan din siya how to say it. Sabi niya, na-notice ko na yung phone mo, sabi niya, yung isang app mo dyan, yung isang messaging app mo dyan, naka-Face ID lock. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, which one? Sabi niya, yung WhatsApp mo, naalala mo, love? Naka-Face ID lock. Tapos sabi ko,
Parang hindi ko maalala.
alam mo, ang forgetful
Parang
mo.
nalaglag mo ako dito.
Tapos, sabi ko, tapos parang, yung totoong nafe-feel ko, ate,
Meron tayong nun issue, kaya
but why bring it up all of a sudden? Kasi yung na-feel ko nun, ate, in fairness, kinilig talaga ako na parang, wow.
Kami
Gusto,
ganun.
oo,
hindi,
kinilig ako.
sinadya ko talaga yan.
What?
Wow.
Ang labo mo, kausap. So sabi ko, I didn't realize na kasi totoo, may naka-face ID siya. Kasi in-enable, parang nag-prompt siya na gusto mo bang i-lock? O di okay. Pero na-notice niya yun, na parang bakit naka-lock yung... So when he called out, nothing to hide, of course. But when he said something about that, I immediately removed it. And to be honest, yung na-feel ko, yung parang nakakatawa. Kinilig talaga ako na parang, na-notice
Ang
niya.
cute.
Tapos parang in my mind, parang, ano kayang iniisip niya? Ba't nakalock yun? Inisip kaya niya may iba akong kachat? That's funny. Parang that's my thought process. But it's real.
Yeah.
Diba? If it bothers him that one of my apps has that, probably it made him think, bakit mo nilalock? What's there to hide? So I immediately remove that, and if it gives him peace of mind, that's all I need.
Precisely.
So next question, Pastor and Ate. What about accountability? Kasi syempre, importante talaga, there are people that you go to. 'Di ba? And these are the people na sa kanila mo rin sasabihin at isi-share yung mga weaknesses mo. How important is that in a marriage?
Well, aside from my wife being my accountability partner, and I think isang blessing ko doon, si Don, I can tell her anything and everything without me feeling judged by her. O kaya gamitin niya yun na bala sa akin na ayan ka na naman. Kasi
Mhm.
kaya may mga husbands na ayaw mag-share sa asawa kasi ginagamit nila yon para balikan yung past. So natatakot na sila mag-share. Parang sa akin, magsi-share na nga ako sa'yo. Gusto ko nga maging open sa'yo. Gusto ko maging transparent sa'yo. Tapos you will take it against me. So I'd rather not share it with you. Pero yun, nagagawa ko sa kanya yun. Plus, I think napaka-importante sa akin, hindi ito dahil wala akong tiwala sa sarili ko. Kung hindi dahil wala akong tiwala sa kaaway. And I cannot be complacent and I cannot put my guards down kasi alam ko na hindi ako titigilan ng kaaway until bumalik ako sa dati kong buhay. So I have friends. Yung pastors na mga kaibigan ko, I share with them my struggles. Meron akong isang kaibigan na pastor din, tatawagan niya ako, sabihin niya, pare, can you pray for me kasi meron akong struggle, meron akong temptation, and I do the same thing. In fact, sa atin, at times I share din yung mga struggles, sinishare ko yung mga indecent proposals, yung mga messages na hindi tama, na alam kong pwede akong mahulog. Like one time, may nag-message sa akin na may problema sa husband. So sabi niya sa akin, outright, ginroup ko na kagad kasama ko si Don eh. Tapos message niya sa akin, sabi niya, Pasudan, bakit ganon? Ang sakit-sakit. Ako na ang niloloko ng husband ko, pero ako pa ang pinagbibintangan niya. Tapos sinabi niya, siguro mas maganda kung totohanin ko yung bintang niya sa akin. So can you just imagine, kung hindi siya nakagroup doon, tapos sasabihin niyang siguro totohanin ko na lang yung binibintang niya na manlalaki ako, baka mas okay pa. Lalaki ako. Hindi ba? So, yun, hindi ko na kailangan i-share sa kanya kasi makikita niya yan. But I also share it to other friends just so that they can also pray for me. Hindi ako pwedeng maging kampante kasi alam kong yun ang weakness ko at alam kong yun ang gagamitin ni Satan sa akin.
Sa akin naman, I think I want to encourage the wives. How do you give your spouse an environment in your marriage where they can be accountable?
Yeah,
Kasi
yeah.
maraming husbands, they will never be accountable to their
Right,
wives.
right.
Kasi kung ang wife, pag nag-share ka,
Yeah.
Reactive.
yes,
Very
the
reactive.
next thing that they will do is to keep check the phone, open their emails, or
Life
ibobombard
360.
ka ng, saan ka galing? Sino kasama mo? Siguro, ganyan, baka nag-ano ka, whatever. Or you can become too confrontational. And if we become like that, hindi na yan mag-effort next time to be accountable. So, wives, I think, whenever you want your husbands to be accountable, si Danny kasi, parang whenever he shares to me, I just, keep quiet. But at the same time, I encourage him. Sasabihin ko talaga sa kanya na, thank you for sharing. You first
Affirm
appreciate.
muna, affirm.
I-affirm mo muna. And
Affirm.
then after appreciating him, and then you pray for him. If you need to talk about it, then do so. However, tayo as a wife, kailangan, parang, hindi ka pwedeng maging praning about it na you will
Yun.
keep thinking na parang, kaya masyado ka nang worried na, baka mamaya ganito na siya, ganyan na siya. No. On the other hand, use that as an opportunity na you become more visible. You become more loving. You become
Yeah.
more encouraging. Para in the event merong temptation, okay? Kasi gano'n naman ang enemy eh. Aaraw-arawin ka talaga niyan in different ways and manners. So, kailangan ikaw, yung wife, mas lalong you make your husband feel na maasikaso ka, malambing ka, para walang way makapasok yung
Makapasok.
enemy. Okay?
Yes.
Ganda yan.
So, kailangan actively make your presence felt, but you have to be genuine about it. Not because,
May
not,
motive kang iba.
Nice, nice.
yes,
Maganda yan,
yes.
maganda yan.
So, masasense niya yan eh, na parang,
Peke
totoo
yan,
ba yan?
oo, fake yan.
Oo, alam na alam niya yan.
Tsaka
Just to,
parang ayun, ba't parang nag-iba to ngayon? Anong nakain nito?
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
Exactly.
sa susunod na, iba na naman.
Oo. May na-encounter kaming ganyang couple that the husband actually came clean. Parang may kwento siyang something about like an affair but not really. Parang napag-uusapan lang. And then the wife, sinare niya kay wife, si wife, nag-overthink. So, sinare sa kanya, ang nangyari kay wife, inisip, siguro totoo nga. And then, binalikan niya lahat ng times in the past. Inungkat niya lahat na, kaya siguro nung time na to, wala ka.
Pinagtahi-tahi niya.
Yes. And then, she started reacting differently, nagalit siya, accusing the husband of this, and that. And then the husband was like, wala talaga, nothing to admit. And yun pala yung danger nun. Because the fact that the husband is sharing with you, ano man yung nangyayari sa kanya, that's already a big step. Kasi
That's something that
pwedeng,
you should also be thankful for.
yes. Kasi pastor, pwedeng hindi sabihin eh. Mas madali actually hindi sabihin. But be mindful how you react when your husband or your spouse comes clean. Kasi the fact that may ina-admit is already one step better than it could have been kept as a secret. And yet, the spouse chose to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Kaya sa akin parang yan, two things yun eh to encourage your spouse to be accountable to you. One is, give your husband an environment where when he opens up,
You
the next thing you do, you appreciate, and then maybe you can ask him, how can I help you? Or is there anything that I can pray for you about it? Tapos ikaw, dapat, hindi ka na pwedeng bobombard mo siya ng questions, follow through, follow up, whatever. Number two, sa akin importante yung, there are things, kasi ayokong dumating sa kanya ng parang, ako yung magche-check, magtatanong. Ginagawa ko, I go to my discipler. And then I tell my discipler, I remember yun nga, many years ago, yung isang disciple ko, sabi ko, yung ex ni Danny kasi tumawag. Yeah, Danny showed me a lot of missed calls. Parang proving to me na, o yan na, di ko sinasagot. Tawag ng tawag. Overseas call. Pero ako, sobra na yung kaba ko talaga. So, what happened was, I don't want naman to tell him na, baka tumatawag pa din Ayoko yung ganon eh. O, chinek mo ba? O, ayoko yung manggaling sa akin question. And what happened? It was my discipler who talked to him and told him about it na,
Magpalit ka na ng SIM
Danny,
card.
okay yan na parang di mo sinasagot. But, what if, sabi niya, what if mag-away kayo ni Don, tapos timing tumawag, alam mo pwedeng sagutin mo eh. So, I suggest, change your number. Hindi sa akin ang galing na change your number. In my mind, gusto ko talagang dapat magpalit ka ng number. Kasi, pag hindi siya mag-change ng number, tatawag yung mistress. I mean, the ex. Kahit na may family na yun,
Tama.
So,
That's the blessing of having a discipler,
yes.
Yun.
a mentor or spiritual parents.
Kasi imbis na si wife ang magsabi, let the discipler do his job para yung dating sa tatanggap, hindi ganun ka parang
Hindi personal.
Oo, hindi personal, hindi pinangungunahan mo na naman ako.
Hindi ko diniktahan.
Diniktahan.
Hindi ko manipulate.
And hindi ko
Nice.
rin siya tinignan na sinusumbong ako.
Tama.
Kasi that's part of accountability.
And it's very practical, Pastor. Like parang you don't give room for the enemy to come in. You
Yeah.
don't leave cracks. Kasi
That's nice.
pwede yun na parang, hindi ko naman sinasagot eh. Kumbaga yung falling into temptation, the ball is in your court, Pastor.
Correct.
So, it could happen. But you don't leave room for cracks, meaning, may access, tanggal, putol. And for some people, they will think it's extreme. Ang OA naman, palit agad ng SIM card.
Mm-mm.
Isang tao lang naman yan. Pwede mo namang iwasan yan. But that's the danger there.
Ganda nung sinabi ni Pastor kanina, ang enemy talaga niyan, ang gustong gawin niyan is to kill, steal, and destroy at ibalik ka
So, dati
kung
niya.
sino ka
Pinanggalingan
dati.
Dati.
Kailangan alam mo yon at mindful ka ron. Kasi pag hindi ka na naging mindful at naging complacent ka, there's a chance or a
That's right.
tendency na bumalik ka ulit sa
That's right.
dati.
That's right.
Now, going back to the question. So, we've shared practical boundaries, pero ang tanong ko, but is there a spiritual side of protecting your marriage or a prayer or God's word and pursuing Christ together? Nagpe-play ba yon to strengthen your relationship?
Well, una, no, in 1 Corinthians 10, God is not telling us to fight temptation. You have to
To flee.
flee. Okay? And that's why importante yung drawing near to God. Because it's in James chapter 4 where he said, submit to God. You resist the devil. Okay? And then draw near to God. So napaka-importante that you, especially as husband and wife, as you grow in your relationship with God, you will also grow in your relationship together. So, wala kang ibang pwedeng assurance. And sinasabi ko nga, some wives would say, sa ganda kong ito, hindi ako kayang pagpalit ng asawa ko.
Mm,
Kasi ang security mo, nasa physical
Aspect.
hindi ba? Pero, ang sinasabi ko nga sa mga wives, ang pinakamalaking security ninyo, it's for you to see your husband growing in love with God and your wife growing in love with God. Kasi pagka ang tao sobrang in love with God, the rest will follow. Yun lang ang pinakamagandang assurance na meron tayo and security.
Yeah, I think from the time our marriage was restored, nung nakita ko na talagang sobra siyang na-in love kay God. Then, he became in love with me. Alam mo, importante talaga na how do you keep the marriage really centered towards one another and towards God? Importante talaga yung, do you regularly, faithfully spend time in prayer, reading the Bible? Kasi pag wala talaga yun, di sariling effort mo lang. After a while, mapapagod ka talaga eh. So, the daily thing that non-negotiable namin yan. Spend time with the Lord. Our quiet time. And mahaba kami mag-quiet time.
Mhm.
Kanya-kanya nga kami, pero alam namin na ito kailangan first thing in the morning. So, if you're asking, does that play a vital role in our
Mhm. Yes.
marriage? That's the basic foundation. Because without that, it's gonna fall apart. It will go back to where
You used to
the
be.
enemy tried to really destroy us. So, yun yung parang, it will remind us, okay, ito yung role ko as a wife. Ito yung role niya as a husband. Therefore, hindi siya parang, ako lang, kaya ko na to on my own. Hindi eh. So, daily, it's a reminder of what I will do today to fulfill the need of my spouse. I have to get it from the Lord, from His Word. Tapos, alongside with that, kailangan din parang, I have to be selfless about it. Kasi kung ano yung nababasa ko, kung ano yung nakikita ko at naririnig ko, kailangan ko siyang i-apply. And when the application comes in, hindi na ako yun. Okay? Kaya, paano mo sasabing, I can just depend on my own, when in fact, lahat ng pinapagawa sa akin to fulfill His needs, that's not my natural thing to do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay? Kaya kailangan, Lord, di ko to kakayanin. To submit, that's so difficult. Yung intimacy, syempre kailangan mo yung parang, Lord, hindi ko nga nature yan eh. Pero kailangan ko talaga yung Panginoon. So kung wala siya sa equation, hindi ko magagawa yung protecting it, fulfilling His needs, doing my role. Kaya that's really so important.
That is the foundation, sabi nga ni
Yes.
Ate Don. Dati alam mo, hindi ko naiintindihan yung you have to be so in love with God. Hindi ko po naiintindihan yun eh. Sabi, kailangan maintindihan mo na kumbaga kay Lord, kay God pa lang, puno ka na eh. Yung wife mo o yung spouse mo, bonus na lang yun.
Yeah.
Kailangan makuha mo kung sino yung pinaka-source para yung source na yun unlimited at maibibigay mo doon sa spouse mo.
And we have this mindset na, to protect our marriage, hindi ko ine-neglect yung wife ko.
Mm.
Pero it's not about your spouse. Ang dapat mong hindi i-neglect si God.
Yes.
So if
Tama.
you start by prioritizing God, definitely, ang una mong iisipin is to honor God by the way you are protecting your relationship with your spouse. So mag-uumpisa palagi siya kay God.
That's the foundation.
I was reminded, Pastor, no, because what happens when you don't put God first in your life, ang nangyayari nun, yung focus mo, nalilipat sa spouse mo. And then, pag nalipat na yun sa spouse mo, lahat ng maliliit ng bagay, makikita mo na. Kasi nagiging idol mo na siya. Nandun
Exactly.
na lahat ng tingin
Your
mo.
identity.
Yes. So, it's every day you're like, this person should make me happy.
Yeah.
And the moment you stop making me happy, then that's triggered ka na.
Mhm.
May issue na. And siguro, for transparency, VJ and I had gone through that recently na parang we felt, admittedly, that because of the busyness, parang we felt, both of us, na ako sa quiet time, medyo not us yung quality. Alam mo kasi yung quality ng nag-spend time ka talaga kay Lord at alam mo kapag minadali mo lang, the same way with VJ, and we saw how that resulted into us really parang
Disconnected talaga.
yes. At saka sa
Mabanggaan
tayo.
oo. Because
Nagka-clash
yung
tayo.
wala kang sense of forgiveness, more of like you just look at the things that's been going wrong and vice versa. So we were continually hurting each other and we realized it was because of lack of time with the
Yes.
Lord.
Yes.
So, and not a lot of marriages or people really understand that. Na mostly kasi, anong advice nyo doon, Pastor and Ate? What if only one spouse is seeking the Lord?
At least, ang importante ron, meron sa isa
Isa.
na seeking the Lord. Pero ang mabigat kasi nun, pag pareho na kayo. So, like kagaya yan, during the time na nasa wilderness pa ako, si Don was very intimate with God. Okay? And then, because of that, na-win ako. Remember in 1 Peter 3, di ba? Sabi yan, through the behavior of the wife. It's because of her relationship, the husband or unbelieving husband may be won over. So, inapaka-importante at least kahit basta merong isa. But ideally, teamwork kayo eh. Dapat pareho kayo na hindi nineglect yung kay God.
as long as merong isa.
Yeah.
No?
Because that's one of the questions that we get asked a lot. Na
Paano?
Paano kung ako lang? Paano kung yung asawa ko hindi? So, I think that's a very
Eh, imagine
wonderful
mo kung pareho kayo.
na wala.
Pagka na-trigger ako, pagka naliligaw na ako, at wala ka rin, na-neglect mo rin yung kay God, mabilis kang mag-quit, mabilis kang mag-snap, mabilis kang mag-give up.
Gulo-gulo na, no?
Pero maganda
Hirap,
yan eh, kasi parang sa dami nun ng mga nakakausap ko rin na wife, yan yung pala yung question nila. Parang, ang tagal ko na, parang ako lang. It seems like nothing's gonna happen. But you know, it's a test of faith eh. So kailangan talaga, you just continue doing what God is telling you to do. Because pretty soon, will naman ni God yan eh. Diba? Kasi we're just so focused on the length of time, the number of years,
The number
Your-
of times you forgive.
Eh, pero
your,
pag
the
tinignan mo
effort
kasi,
you've given
ang
in.
question din doon, it's the motives eh.
Yeah,
Diba?
exactly.
Maybe you are doing things for selfish reason.
That's right.
Kaya ako ito ginagawa kasi para gawin mo sa akin ito. Pero pagka ginagawa mo, even yung waiting because of your love for God, hindi nausapin yung tagal. Hindi nausapin yung ang hirap o ang bigat. Kasi ang focus mo, it's to honor God in everything.
Hindi na nagmamatter yung
Hindi
oras.
na
Hindi na
nagmamatter.
nagmatter yung panahon. Basta, important sa akin, ikaw ang pinapursu ko.
Wow. Okay, last question, Pastor and Ate. Siyempre, some of the couples that are listening to us now, ang goal nila is try to rebuild their marriage after an affair. So what's your practical advice for them as they journey now after choosing to forgive and heal from an affair?
Yeah. Well, siguro for me, no, ang problema niya kasi hindi lang yung me having an affair. I struggled with drugs. I struggled with violence and temper. Pero ang pinaka naging major namin, of course, yung womanizing. That's why whether with substance or sa opposite sex, ang pinaka reminder ko sa sarili ko, as always, and naging very helpful sa akin for many decades now, never put yourself in a situation wherein you have no choice but to fall. Kung ang struggle or weakness ko is drugs, and ito yung importanteng maintindihan natin, it doesn't mean na naging Kristiyano ka or naging pastor ka, at ang struggle or temptation mo before is opposite sex. Pag naging Kristiyano or naging pastor ka, tapos ka na ron. Hindi totoo yun. The moment you entertain that thought, hindi na ako natetempt, wala na akong struggle or wala na akong temptation, that's actually the start of your downfall. So when I say, never put yourself in a situation wherein you have no choice but to fall, Pagka bumagsak ka or sumabit ka, hindi yun aksidente. Pinili mo yun.
Mhm.
It's actually a choice. And that's why, pag may nag-message sa akin na opposite sex, pag sumagot ako, naka-group na kami. Kasi ayokong i-entertain yung nag-e-enjoy na kami na nagme-message na kami from time to time. Kasi emotional investment na yun.
Mhm.
So ayokong lumalabas ng mag-isa at may makausap akong babae kasi magiging very vulnerable na naman ako sa pwedeng gawin ni Satan. Yun ang rule ko sa sarili ko. Never put yourself in a situation wherein you have no choice but to fall. Pag nalaglag ka, sa Tagalog, nagpatihulog ka.
Hindi ko alam yung patihulog.
You
Ibig sabihin,
wanted to fall.
wanted to
It
fall.
was your
It
choice
was your
to
choice.
fall.
It was your choice.
Ah.
Kaya maganda yung sinabi ni Pastor Peter. Sabi niya, Danny, 3 things. Para bumagsak ka ulit, you need time, place, and partner. Pag pinagsama mo yung tatlo na yon, babagsak ka. Pero even if you have the time, pero hindi mo bigyan ng sarili mo magkaroon ng partner, wala mangyayari.
Mhm.
Even if you have the time and potential partner, you don't make time para magkaroon kayo ng place, hindi mo pa rin siya magagawa. So, ibig sabihin, maraming elements Maraming factors para ka bumagsak. So, ibig sabihin, pinlano mo na yung pagbagsak mo.
Sa akin, ano ba yung mga reasons why husbands fall into immorality, give into temptation? They have needs that were not met. They have struggles that have not yet overcome. And so, binigyan yung mga spouse ng another partner, which is the husband or a wife, na kaya nga teamwork kayo eh. But the problem is, minsan, nakikita mo na yung problema, ang role natin is to help, to encourage, to somehow lift up. So, I think, kailangan alamin mo muna, ano ba yung need ng spouse mo? Ano yung weakness niya? So, that's where you identify how can you help. So, like, kapag ang weakness niya ay opposite sex, kailangan kung ikaw yung wife, mag-ayos ka naman. Hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan yung sarili mo, mag-exercise ka, eat the right food, take care
Maganda
of yourself.
ka.
Maganda ka talaga. Kasi men are visual
Yes.
by nature. So you cannot neglect yourself physically. However, what's most important is what's inside your heart. During the time that we separated, it was a waiting period for me. And the waiting period was really painful, but it was God's way of changing me. Now, when God changed me during the waiting period, hindi pwedeng kung nagbago ka nun, na-restore na kayo, nakalimutan mo na kung paano ka binago. Kailangan, during the time na na-restore na kayo, gagalingan mo pa lalo. So, ano pa yung mga prevention? Part talaga yung intimacy. You cannot neglect. That's part of rebuilding the marriage.
I think maganda rin yung godly behavior ng wife.
That's
And that's
one.
why, pinag-uusapan nga namin to remind the wives, yung question na, what do you have at home that will make your husband be excited to go
come
home?
out to.
Kasi yung environment itself, the atmosphere, meron kasi din na factors yung nasa bahay, parang nire-repel mo yung husband o yung spouse mo palayo. Yung pagod ka, stress ka, tapos uuwi ka, inanag ka pa ng wife mo. Bubungangaan ka pa. Masungit pa yun sa'yo. Hindi ka askasuhin. So, yun mag-iisip ka na, nga, no, ba't ako may excite umuwi? Pag umuwi ako, mapapagod lang ako lalo. So, that's
Uwi na
why.
lang ako pag tulog na.
That's right.
And pag
Yeah.
tinignan mo, maraming mga lalaki ang nahuhulog sa babaeng opposite ng karakter ng asawa. Halimbawa, ang wife ko sobrang dominante ng personality, matapang, hindi submissive, disrespectful. Sa opisina, meron kang ka-office
Secretary.
mate na, may kailangan ka ba? Uy, alam mo,
Oo.
mukhang pagod na pagod ka, magpahinga ka naman.
That's right.
Yun lang
Service
statements na yan na
deluxe
sasabihin
sa
sa'yo na,
office.
mukhang pagod na pagod ka, magpahinga ka naman. Anong nasa isip mo nun? Buti pa tong taong to, hindi ko asawa. Pero concerned sa akin. Iniisip magpahinga ako. Pero yung pag-uwi ko sa asawa ko, walang tigil ng pagsumbat sa akin.
Or busy sa mga anak, busy sa chores, nakalimutan na, ay, may asawang dumating na pagod, longing for the wife, but the wife is so preoccupied with a lot of things. As simple as, nagkik-drama, nagne-Netflix, tending to,
Or
the
in this
children.
season, ate,
Trabaho. But it's nice also that wives have to be reminded na if you know your husband is about to come home, mag-ready ka. Magpaganda ka, mabango ka dapat, hindi ka amoy sibuyas, amoy di ba? Amoy
That's
ginisa.
true.
So,
Amoy
kailangan
ginisa.
talaga parang mag-ready ka. Lagi
Naggisa.
niyang sinasabi yan na pagbukas ko ng pinto, who's gonna welcome me? Is it a wife who's like nakasimangot or confrontational? Or a wife who's all smiles, ready to embrace and hug me? Diba ang sarap na umuwi ka sa ganun every single day? That will really excite you. So,
As compared to sa unappreciated husband.
Yeah.
Tapos imagine mo, meron kang na-encounter na babae na ina-appreciate ka. Uy, thank you for. Uy, alam mo, gusto ko yung inputs mo kanina. Yung remarks or suggestions mo, parang ang galing-galing. Tapos sa asawa mo, sasabihin, mag-isip ka naman.
Wala ka talagang
Wala ka talagang yung
palpak
parang
talagang
ang
mga
bagal mo
hihina mo.
mag-decide.
And I think, Pastor, this goes both ways. Like, even husbands to wives.
Precisely.
Correct.
Diba?
Yeah,
Na
precisely.
parang, and this generation, minsan may babae na ring uuwi. Lalaki naman yung,
Tama,
diba?
tama.
So, it's
tama,
really
tama.
a lot of work and for the both of you to continue to nurture.
And that's why, sabi mo nga both ways eh. Merong mga lalaki na ginagawang joke ang asawa. Di ba na, ito, si Losyang na ito eh. Si Bachiching eh. Tapos yung unappreciated ka rin, tapos lalabas ka o may trabaho ka, sasabihin sa'yo na, uy, you look so beautiful ah. Eh hindi naman nasasabi ng husband mo yun. Tapos meron kang kaopisina na constantly na-honor and na-appreciate ka. Definitely, yung longing mo and something na nasasaktan ka na ginagawa ng asawa mo, ibibigay sa'yo ng opposite sex, mahuhulog ka rin talaga.
In other words, you have to be your spouse's number one cheerleader, number one fan. You have to be an encourager. Kasi kung sa ibang tao, nakukuha niya encouragement, then mamamagnet na naman siya sa ibang tao rather than to the wife. Diba? So, ang daming factors talaga.
Very nice, very nice. Ako, ang mga napupulot ko, grabe, sobrang daming wisdom, love. Pero napulot ko, ang ganda ng sinabi ni Pastor Dan. Even if you are a pastor, even if you are serving in the ministry, kung ano man ang ginagawa mo in the church,
Having this podcast.
lahat tayo nakaka-experience ng mga temptation. It's just like the law of gravity. Sinasabi nga, di ba, lahat tayo, we all experience the law of gravity. Ganon din ang temptation. Hindi tayo makakaligtas dito. And yung sinabi ni Ate Don kanina, make your home na yung asawa mo talagang excited umuwi. Kasi I am gonna see my loving wife. Aasikasuhin ako. Ang ganda ng asawa ko. So make that environment
Maging very conducive.
very conducive, intentionally, na hindi ako sisigawan dito. I feel loved at this home.
Right.
So, yun yung mga napupulot ko. So nice.
Kasi ang bahay, remember, it's also our sanctuary.
Yun.
Sanctuary, it's a place of rest.
Yeah.
A place where you feel peace.
Yeah.
Hindi ba? Where you feel love. So, dapat ganon ang environment. Dapat ganon ang temperature ng bahay.
Even for our children.
Hindi lang sa, yun
Even
nga,
for our children.
hindi
for
lang
our
sa mga
children.
asawa, kundi sa
Our
bahay.
children
kundi
should
sa mga bata.
feel the feeling, yung pag naisip mo yung bahay, yung parang, I can't wait to come home.
Right.
Diba, imagine kung anak ako, no? Yung makikita ko yung parents ko pagdating doon na okay sila mag-usap as compared to sa lagi nag-aaway. So, talagang, I think kailangan pagtulungan niya ng mga mag-asawa.
You have to be intentionally doing that, love, you know?
Yes.
So what do we have now?
So let's go
First round?
fast round
Fast
for our
round.
last, yes.
Okay, ikaw na magtanong kila, Pastor.
Sige, nagawa na to nila, Pastor, in our previous episode. So mabilis lang siya. A healthy marriage requires
A healthy relationship with God.
Healthy relationship with God.
Sensitivity to the needs of your spouse.
Nice.
Nice.
That's nice. I like that. Attitude.
Trust grows when?
You are transparent.
Oh,
Trust grows when you trust the Lord.
nice.
Kasi I cannot watch over Him. Because I trust God, I will give that same trust to my
Love
spouse.
that.
Even if he doesn't deserve it.
Ako, trust grows when you have Life 360. Joke lang.
Nako.
Joke lang. Joke lang.
Ikaw.
Trust the Lord. The Lord is your Life 360.
One boundary every couple should have is
Well, siguro sa akin, yung not to be alone with an opposite sex.
not to be alone with the opposite sex.
Honesty, truthfulness, openness.
Honesty.
Love that. Accountability is
Well, I think siguro yung subjecting yourself dun sa accountability also sa ibang tao. Meaning, you allow them to also correct you.
there you go.
Yeah. Sa akin,
Correction.
intentionality. You have to be intentional to be accountable.
Because
Nice.
what you share is only what you'll get.
Yes.
Nice. Next one. Last two. The greatest protection for marriage is.
Well, kanina sabi ko yung healthy relationship with God, but also being together. Tapos having a quality conversation. Kasi marami kaming pillow talks.
Being together and communication.
Yes.
Sa akin, valuing the time that I have with my spouse. Kasi some couples, being with their spouse, they find it too toxic or parang too controlling.
Mhm.
But sa akin, that's what
Being
keeps
valued.
me protected. Enjoying my time with my husband.
Be your spouse's best friend.
That's right.
No.
Masarap yung marami kayong time together, quality conversation, and maraming laughter. So kami parang, we laugh together. Marami kaming masasayang moments together.
Love it.
Last question, Lavi.
Wala na akong question.
Maganda to eh. God restored our marriage through.
Well, I think siguro when I came to know the Lord, doon lang kami talaga na-restore.
Only God.
Sa akin, forgiveness.
Galing ng combo, no?
Yeah. And it's like when you hear it, parang hirap. Ang hirap. But
Possible.
it is possible.
Nandito nga sila. Kasi kung hindi nila nagawa yun, nako, ang dami pong couples na malamang eh. Kasi they've touched so many lives. You guys have touched so many couples, marriages, families, children. At kung hindi na ipakita ni
Na-restore.
Ate Don yung forgiveness, at kung hindi na-realize ni Pastor Dan na si God lang yung kailangan, none of us will be here.
Yeah.
Well, I think maganda yung sinasabi nating mahirap. Pero pag tinignan mo, it's all worth it.
It's worth it.
Wala kang bagay na i-enjoyin nang hindi mo pinaghihirapan.
And it's always easy to give up, Pastor. That's the easiest way out. But if you really want to enjoy what God has for you, then there's so much to do. There's so much work to do, not only for yourself, but also yung relationship mo kay
Precisely.
God. I think ultimately, and all the challenges that we go through individually and in our marriages, it all points us to seeking the Lord. Because all these things, ano man yung problema, if God is not a part of it, it's all impossible. So it all points us to Him, ultimately.
Can I also say something? Because I think there are some listeners who may be encountering an affair, having an affair, the spouse having an affair. Maganda kasi yung sinabi mong, don't give up eh. Never ever think of giving up. Because you will miss out on how God will work. You will miss out on the miracle that God can do. You will miss out on how God can change you and your spouse. So, I really want to encourage na if you're in that situation, don't give up. And if you were in that situation previously, how do you affair-proof? You just keep giving because the best is yet to come.
Never give up.
Pero alam mo, a lot of wives would say, sa kanila, na-restore sila kasi si Don. Pero hindi ako si Don at hindi ko rin kaya si Don. Hindi ko kaya yung ginawa ni Don. Pero I always remind them that the same God, the same Spirit na nag-sustain sa kanya, na nagbigay sa kanya ng encouragement and hope, it's the very same God and Spirit who will also be helping each one of you.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen. Wow.
That's the best way to close it, Pastor.
That's how you
That
land the
is so
plane,
true.
guys.
It's not the person. It's the spirit.
That's
Amen.
right.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor and Ate.
Thank
you. We
for-
love you so much.
Thank you. We love you,
Thank
BJ
you.
and Camille.
Alam niyo
Thank
po
you.
yan. We love you from the bottom of our hearts.
Ang saya pala nitong staying.
More to come, Pastor.
Staying afloat.
Yes.
Thank you, thank
Close it out, Lavi.
We're very grateful for this time and for the meaningful conversations. I think these are the hard conversations that hindi natin araw-araw na naririnig, 'di ba? And it's nice to be able to really, it's very heartfelt kasi parang naano talaga yung heart ko. And I think mostly, I just want to extend this prayer to each and every listener who are going through challenges. We know that marriage is not easy. That's why we're here. We're also struggling. It's not a perfect everyday life, but we choose to fight for it. We choose to stay afloat by really anchoring our faith in God. Kasi wala naman talagang iba. He's our only choice. He's our only way. And He's the only one who can heal our brokenness. And really, if we hold on to His promises, ang sarap ng buhay. the joy and peace that comes from Him, wala talaga siyang kapalit. And we pray that each one of you will get to experience that in your marriage and in your family. So yun.
Amen. So,
See you on our next episode here on
Staying Afloat with VJ and Camille.
And Pastor Dan and Ate Don.
Marriage, parenting, and life don't come with a manual.
But conversations like these make the journey a little lighter.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time,
Keep staying afloat.